What is up, family? I hope we're all having an amazing weekend. I'm just going to give it, of course, as always, a few minutes to let a few people join us on the stream. I can see we've already got a few people joining now. So we're just going to chill just for a few minutes and wait for some people to join. I did put out a quick tweet because sometimes I don't know exactly when I can do these live streams. Like I know a day, but it's finding the time to do it. And I don't always have the time to give a great deal of notice. So I did put out a quick tweet just to say in 5 minutes I'm going live, and hopefully a few people have seen that. So we're just going to chill for a bit. I've got some coconut water as always, and a nice cup of green tea, because in the UK right now it's surprisingly cold. So, well, not surprisingly, it's December in the UK. It's not particularly surprising, but if you've not been to the UK, or if you've not ever experienced the UK weather, it may come as a bit of a shock to you that the weather is pretty shocking. It's been lovely and clear today though, but very, very cold. So I'm at the end of a really, really busy weekend. It's just been non-stop. I can't believe it's Sunday evening already. But, well, for me it is. I don't know what it is for you guys. It's probably Sunday morning or something like that for you. But it's been absolutely crazy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. Firstly, if you're in the chat, we've got some people joining. That's freaking awesome. Vex Gaming, hello brother. Thank you for joining me on your Sunday. Thank you for taking some time out of your day just to join me on this live drive. So let's just give it a little bit longer. We've got quite a few people joining now. That's awesome. And yeah, if you can let me know in the chat, can you hear me? Is everything sounding good? Because obviously I'm in the car. I've got my portable microphone. I just want to make sure everything sounds okay before I get into the meat and bones about what's been going on. And wow, it's been a seriously big week if you're in the world of drip. LCM, hello brother, thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday to be on this live with me. So we've got a few more people. Let's give it 2 more minutes and we'll get started, because there are a few things that I want to chat to you guys with, and I also want to get your thoughts as well, because it's great. I park up now. When I do these live streams, I don't do them driving anymore. I like to park up because I like to go through the comments and sort of discuss some stuff with you guys. So I'm definitely not going to be driving whilst doing this. BP Crypto said he or she, I'm not sure, but he can hear you. Superb. That's good to know. So let me just take one more swig on this coconut water and we'll get started, shall we? So coconut water is probably one of the best liquids on earth. It's like nature's distilled water, just packed with vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, everything like that. You don't need Gatorade and all this other stuff, which, you know, I'm sure we've all had a little dabble in that sort of stuff, but we don't need it. Coconut water pretty much covers everything. So I drink so much of this stuff, it's unreal, mostly on training days, but I didn't actually get a chance to get to the gym today. It's been way too busy, and I'm going to get onto that in a minute. But let's get into some stuff about drip. It has been an absolutely unbelievable week. We've seen just a ton of green candles. We've seen people coming back out of the woodwork that have been gone for months after saying drip was dead, and now they're reappearing saying they were bullish all along. Yeah, okay guys, we see you. But the true drip foundational squad has been here the whole time, and we're just seeing what a lot of us expected to see, which is the start of what I believe is going to be the biggest comeback in DeFi history. I truly believe that. That's just my opinion, but I know some of you guys share that as well. And we've seen, I think it's something like a 300 or 400% pump. I think it's like 300% pump from the bottom, which was around 1.2 cent. So I'm very pleased that I can say I was buying at 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 cent, all in that 1 cent area. I was saying at the time, this is looking like it could be a natural bottom. It wasn't going any lower, despite all the minting that's still going on. I mean, we've got to remember that we are not deflationary yet. We're still a good month out or so from being anywhere near deflationary. But to see these sort of moves now, even though there's still on the weekend still well over 1 million, sometimes up to 2 million being minted per day, although that is dropping a lot during the week, I've noticed. I think like last week we were getting days with around 800,000. I mean, maybe you guys can tell me, I didn't check every single day, but I know some days it was well below 1 million in the last 24 hours being minted. So we are clearly getting there. And to see this sort of action is superb. To see this sort of energy coming back to the drip universe is amazing. I mean, I know some of us, not just myself, but there's a few of us that have been holding it down, trying to be realistic throughout the crazy sort of last year or so, where we have been under so many different assaults. And some people maybe don't want to admit that, but we've been under attack from, now we know we've been under attack from bots, literally rise against the machine, rage against the machine. Like, they've been coming for us with these bots that have been setting up accounts and dumping their drip, and as more gets minted, more's getting sold and dumped. So no matter what we were doing during those times, we were literally fighting bots, and we had, most likely, again, there's no hard evidence, but we did have potentially some rival devs, you know, sort of strategically dumping their positions on what should have been some very momentous days, like the launch of Drip Drop Draw and so forth. So the core guys were trying to hold it down, but we had an absolute tsunami of soy flying in our faces at that time. And to be able to come out the other end and be only 1 month away from drip going full deflationary, which is going to bring a complete end to those bots. They're going to have nowhere to hide. And anyone who's got plans of cheating, so the word is, or dumping their tokens, it's not going to be an issue for this, for the drip network anymore. Because, as we know, if you sell, you help the system. If you buy, you help the system. If you lock up, you help the system. Because there's just going to be constant burning of that fixed supply. So I've got no issue with people who want to get out, who want to take their, you know, take their drip, sell it and get out, because you're going to be melting that supply. So I'm more than happy for anyone to do that. It's each their own. It's a solo sport, but it's awesome to see that we're in this position now. We're so close to that deflationary drip. So we've got quite a few people now joining us. That's awesome. I'm just going to go through the comments very quickly. So I've gone through LCM. LCM sounds good. Westside Ian, another crypto collective brother. How you doing? Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. We've got Kano's Life. What's up, brother? I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. I'm very well. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit tired just because it's been an absolutely full-on couple of days with family. So it's been great having some, you know, much needed family time. But obviously having a small son who's growing rapidly and teething, I'm not getting the best sleep right now. So I'm doing my best to stay on my game, and I feel as though I'm getting there. So I'm staying positive, and obviously it's great to connect with you guys on this Sunday. So that's a big part of my Sunday. We've got Martinez Photo. Salute, brother. Salute back to you, Martinez. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Tony Morrow, absolute drip legend. She has been here for all this FUD, all this madness. Tony's been on point, keeping the vibes high. These are the sort of people we need in this drip community, you know, holding it all down during the FUD, and we can all enjoy the green candles when they come around. And I believe this is just the beginning. So we've got Dante's Investments. Oh yeah, agreed, brother. Absolutely 100%. Phantom Days, Wagme, yes, we are going to make it. I 100% believe that, mate. 100%. Yvonne Baldwin, is there a Forex shock roadmap for drip? Well, what we know so far, and obviously you guys can chime in if I'm missing anything here, because as I said, I've had very little sleep the last few days. But we have obviously, first and foremost, was stopping the inflation, the hyperinflation. It wasn't just inflation, it was hyperinflation. It was like US dollar hyperinflation, and it was devaluing the token, and the parasite wallets were continuously making new wallets and dumping. It was just never going to stop. So the first point from Forex was to rip the band-aid off, as in his words, and stop the hyperinflation and move us towards that deflationary road. So I believe that was the first thing on the list. But secondly, I've not heard any updates the last couple of weeks, but the liquidity locker is apparently pretty much done. The contract is done. It's just like the front end, like the last few basic bits and pieces that need to be completed. And I believe he's probably holding back from that on purpose. I know Forex is not exactly known for being, you know, on point with his timings and stuff like that, albeit very, very secure and very, very trusted contracts. But I believe he's probably holding back off of that because we are coming to the end of the old drip, of the old, you know, the old times, and we are about to embark on a whole new era, drip 2.0 if you want to call it that. And this is going to be a whole different beast, and I think the liquidity locker will probably be on ice until that minting almost comes to a halt. As we've said, 19th of January is the last day on paper, but of course if people want to still claim their drip after that date, then there will still be, you know, if there's no drip in the vault, then there will be a little bit of minting after that. But I can't see that as being an issue whatsoever, and it's probably going to stop pretty much before the 19th, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of wallets already running out, so I think it's going to be probably nearer the end of this month, to be honest, but we shall see. There's no guarantees on that. So we know we have the liquidity locker DApp coming, and that's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great way to earn sort of a sustainable yield on our drip, pairing it with BNB, which it seems to be doing really well. I mean, when everything sort of dumped recently, BNB was holding very, very strong. So that was good to see, considering drip is closely related or closely paired up with that. So what BNB does, drip kind of also does. So we're hoping for some bullish movements from BNB as well in this coming bull market. So that's going to be a great place to lock up drip, take it off of the open market, and to be able to earn that sustainable yield, basically, without, you know, let the drip work for you and not worry too much about it. So them two things were, from my knowledge, were the first two things. Now I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff coming from Forex with drip once it's deflationary. It's going to be included as a partner in Black Cube Finance, and that opens up a million doors. That's kind of just, I mean, if you want to talk roadmap, that is like, I don't know, we can go to lending and, I don't know, options and futures and whatever else you want to imagine. Once we're partnered with Black Cube Finance, I think that is going to be an absolute game changer. But obviously we can't do that, and we couldn't do that until we were deflationary. So that's all coming. That's all coming. So as far as I'm aware, for Forex Shark himself, those are the three areas I think that he's been focusing on. But what's amazing about drip in this community is we don't necessarily need Forex Shark to do anything, really. There are so many good devs now queuing up to work for, or to create utility for this token, especially now that it's got a soon to be a deflationary supply and a absolutely savage, ravenous community that despite everything that's happened over the past, you know, year. I mean, whilst I was out in Mexico for those 4 months, it was just totally insane. If you ever want to look back on my videos and my walk and talks from Mexico City, you will see what we were dealing with was incredible. But I was still getting incredible engagement with the videos. People just reaching out and just, the community was so on point. You can't stop a community like that. You only need that community plus some decent tokenomics. And we've got deflationary tokenomics plus an unstoppable community. And now we've got devs that with WDRIP, which we haven't even got onto yet, we're going to be able to go cross-chain, we're going to go to Pulse Chain, you know, Ethereum, Arbitrum, you name it, we're going to be going there. and that's going to open the doors for just, I don't know, I can't even put that into words. It's going to be so bullish. People are still underestimating that, in my opinion. I really do. I don't think they quite realize what a huge gift WDRIP is from the guys over at WDRIP. I mean, I know they got some flack initially when we had the whole WDRIP launch and the NFT thing and all that, and they had to kind of just say to everyone, we're not going to do it anymore. They kept all of those funds. They didn't run off into the distance with them. That so many other people in DeFi are doing right now. They're just legging it into the distance with people's money, just rug pulls everywhere. They kept all of that BNB from the minting in the contract, and now they're buying back DRIP off the open market to, you know, to pair up and make WDRIP. So just an absolute gift from them guys, and zero dev fees and everything like that. So just amazing to have people like that, you know, working for this project, working for this community. They want DRIP to succeed. We want that. And in my opinion, there's absolutely no stopping what can't be stopped. So let me go quickly through I'm getting loads of comments coming through. So let me just go through a few of them. Kano Life, I feel you've got two boys, one being 2 months old. Kano Life, you're probably in the no sleep club as well then, my brother, because no one really does warn you when you're when you're about to become a father. Everyone talks about what a blessing it is, and it really is an absolute blessing. It's changed my life completely for the better. But that lack of sleep thing is real. And, you know, for me, a guy that was always, you know, kind of 7 hours a night, pretty much always 7 hours a night. Being freelance, I could make up a few hours that, you know, if I went to bed late, or I could go to bed early and do it that way. But it really is, you know, at the moment with him TVing, a little bit of sleep regression and all that sort of stuff, he's waking up like 3-5 times in the night, and I'm here to help Mrs. Millionz deal with that. So once he's fed, I can change him and do whatever, but it's constantly breaking the sleep all the time. So yeah, I feel you, mate. I feel you, absolutely. But it really is a blessing. It really is. Tony Morris, smash the like button for Millionz. I appreciate that, Tony. And absolutely, I agree with Tony. I 100% agree with her. If you're watching this, just smash the like button. It does help get the stream out there to more people. And I feel like after all of these months of, you know, of doing videos and doing update videos, even when the sentiment aside from the core community was pretty low, it's going to be so much fun going into an era now where things are heating up, and there's going to be so much fun stuff to talk about, and I can't wait. I really did want to build my channel during the bear market, during the FUD, because not only just to show the fact that I do believe in this community and this project, but it's just going to be so satisfying when things start to really move in the direction that we all want it to go in. And I believe we're just getting a little taster right now. I think there'll probably be a few pullbacks and a few G outs and whatever, and I'm expecting that, but it's great to see a little taster, I think, of what's to come. So we've got West IDN. Ray said the DRIP white paper will be updated after it becomes deflationary. There you go, exactly. That's Westside has just kind of confirmed what I was saying earlier on. I do think that, you know, once we're deflationary, we're going to start hearing a lot more about what's coming. I really do. So that kind of just confirms that. I appreciate that, Westside. We've got Phantom Days. The reservoir will still be a thing, right? What do you think of that versus the liquidity locker? It will still be a thing from what I've heard. I have to say, that hasn't been the focus of my research. So I'm presuming they're both going to continue existing, and there's going to be benefits of being in both. If someone wants to chime in on that one, I'm happy for them to do that, because I've only got a very small amount in the reservoir. I was just dropping some in when we were doing the pump the res thing. I was putting a little bit in there and whatever. So, but it's not been an area that I've been hugely focused on. So in terms of what the difference of that and the liquidity locker is going to be, that's a good question. It's something I'll be looking into, I think. But I'm sure some of you guys watching already know the answer to that. So help some brothers out and stick that in the comments if you know that. We've got BP Crypto. Smash the like button, guys. Just take a second and to do 2 likes, about 30 people watching. I appreciate that, BP Crypto. Yeah, definitely. If you're watching, we've got around 30 people on the stream already, which is amazing. But definitely smash the like button and join us in the comments as well. I'd much appreciate that. We've got Even Bullwin. Is there something you recommend we should be doing right now? I have a couple of Max wallets that I've not done anything with. So I can't recommend anything, obviously, because I can't give like financial advice, but I can say, you know, what I've been doing. And I have a couple of Max wallets as well. And what I've been doing is kind of just, on the most part, been letting it build up, because I'm not intending on selling drip around these prices. So obviously I'm not going to be doing that, but I am just sort of stacking it up. And I've put a portion, around 25% of my liquid drip, into the kitchen sink. Now that's a risk play, of course, even though those devs are very well respected and they're doing incredible things for drip. I have decided to take about 25% of my liquid and put it into the kitchen sink. So I'm making a pretty good return on that at the moment. So, but of course I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Anything can happen in crypto and DeFi. We all know this. We all have seen things that we thought could be trusted that eventually rugged or got breached or whatever. And I'm not saying for 1 second that's going to happen. Matt and Eric are running a tight ship over at Pulse Drip. I do have a Pulse Drip Faucet as well that I've been doing pretty well with. The price is down at the moment because of obviously the whole Pulse FUD and all that business, but I still think it's going to do pretty well going forward. And but yeah, kitchen sink is my main play at the moment for liquid drip. I'm not doing a great deal else apart from basically stacking it, holding it, and I've been buying more, as you know. I've been DCAing, but that risk play I'm putting in kitchen sink, and that's what I'm personally doing, Yvonne. So I don't know if that helps, brother. There's going to be more stuff happening, of course, going forward. We've got this stuff from Master Blaster coming up. I'm sure there's going to be a ton more utilities, a ton more places that we can put our liquid drip coming up very, very soon. So I think at the moment, you know, if you're not selling, there's no harm in just holding on to it, no harm in just keeping it safe. Keep some of it in, you know, move it around a little bit so it's not all in one place, and just keep it safe for now. I think is kind of where I'm going with it. Let me just get these lights back on because it's suddenly gone dark. Let's just heat things up a little bit. There we go. Just going to stick the heater on for a minute because it's starting to get a little bit cold. Right, so we've got D Maxon. Kitchen sink is the best place to put your drip. Yeah, I mean, like I've just been saying there, absolutely agree with that. It's been a really, really awesome utility, a great place to park drip and be earning 1.5% per day, every single day. And in fact, it's just overtaken PancakeSwap as being the largest drip contract, I believe. So that kitchen sink contract, after only, I don't know, what's it been, like a couple of months maybe, has overtaken PancakeSwap. It's just done absolutely incredible things. And this is exactly what the community wanted. It's exactly what the community needed. After the Faucet came to an end, I myself also had some nostalgia for the Faucet, and to be able to earn 1.5% per day every single day on a portion of my drip has been amazing. So I've no kind of, there's no surprise why it's done so well. And they continue to do great things. I know they've got more stuff coming up soon as well. They did drop a little hint, I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago, that they were going to be adding more utilities. So these guys just they're the gift that keeps on giving, basically. So shout out to them guys. I agree, it currently is the best place to put liquid drip, in my opinion. Did I miss anything else? Let me just skim back through. I think I've covered the comments so far. Phantom Days kitchen sink has been working well for me. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been absolutely awesome. I can't praise it any higher than I'm already praising it. just great work from Matt and Eric. So massive shout out to them. There are some great devs working for the drip community right now. We've got Danny and Crypto Lucky. They're smashing it with Stable Swap. Absolutely killing it. I'm so glad I got in on the early birds promotion, because I'm now getting like 100 and, oh, this freaking light. Hold on a minute. There we go. Yeah, so they've been absolutely killing it. I got in on the early bird promotion, getting 194% APR on my USDT. So they're absolutely killing it. They've also got Drip Pot Luck, which I think is really going to take off in the bull market. People are going to have a little bit extra powder, a little bit extra capital. They're going to be able to, do some low risk gambling on there, because obviously you can create matches and teams between people. And pardon me, even though it's drip in, BNB in, BNB out, it basically burns drip on the back end. So it's just awesome. Them guys are just absolute OGs. They're doing the absolute business. So massive shout out to them as well, and everyone else who's got stuff in the pipeline for drip. So wrapped drip is absolutely killing it. Don't forget, we're going to have two prices going forward. We're going to have a drip price and a wrapped drip price. It's going to be easier to pump wrapped drip because it's going to have a lower supply than drip. So I'm going to do a video probably in the next couple of days or so to show everyone, if you haven't done it already, on how to wrap your drip, basically how to wrap it, get it from drip into wrap drip, and how to how to use it all. So I'm going to be showing people in one of my sort of simple back to basics tutorials for anyone who's interested in that. So I'm going to do that this week. LCM. Now, you must be a mind reader, LCM. I've got to say, when you're doing a AMA with Danny, let me just take a quick swig of coconut water before I answer that question. So I was actually chatting to Danny on Telegram just 2 days ago about getting a AMA on the Drip Millionz channel with him about Stable Swap. Can you believe that? Yes, it's happening, and it's happening. I was going to tell you at the end of this stream, and but well, I don't know. Let's do it now. So I'm doing a AMA with Danny. This coming, basically, it's going to be midnight on Tuesday, aka Wednesday morning, UK time. So you guys work out what that's going to be for you. I'm going to put this in a tweet and make sure everyone kind of knows about it. But Danny's in the Philippines. So very, very awkward timing between me in the UK, Danny in the Philippines, and the majority of my audience, which is in the US. So there's, I think the Philippines are like 8 hours ahead of me, and I think the US is like 8 hours behind me. So we had to find a time where we could probably kind of, I don't know, we obviously want as many people watching live as possible to create that vibe. So Danny's it's gonna be about 8 AM Danny's time. It's going to be about midnight my time, and it's going to be sort of early kind of afternoon in the US. So hopefully a lot of you guys can join us on that. I'm going to put a link that's going to, like a reminder link, out soon so everyone can join us. So it's going to be a ton of fun talking to Danny about Stable Swap and everything that's coming on the roadmap. They've got one hell of a roadmap coming. Those guys are changing the game over there. I don't sort of really talk about much else on my channel other than drip and sort of Forex Shark related projects, but Danny, being a drip OG and someone I've known for a long time, and I've been speaking to sort of on and off stream for a long time, he's doing absolute phenomenal things. So I huge shout out to him. I'm not sure if he's watching right now. I know he does often jump on and watch, or he'll watch maybe later on, but yeah, absolute massive respect for what they're doing, and I can't wait to have a proper one-to-one chat with him on the Drip Millionz channel this coming week. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. I'm going to be putting out a bit more information about that as we go forward. So that's the answer to LCM question, the LCM's question. Roy Lindon, drip is the best with you. Appreciate that, Roy. I think we're going to really start to see the true potential of drip coming through. Now it's going to be an absolute game-changing year, I think, and deflationary drip, awesome community. I don't think we can be stopped at this point. And we've got Deal Bob 9000. How does stable swap generate funds? So obviously we're going to be talking about this in depth on the AMA. But so basically it's zero Ponzonomics. So even though there is an affiliate program to encourage people to join. So right, let's try that. Try that again. Sorry guys, I'm just in my car at the moment. I've just not had any time today to get back to the house and sort my computer out. So basically, even though there is a affiliate program, so I have my own link. I've had quite a few people join up under that link, so massive shout out to you guys. There's going to be a lot more that we can do with that in terms of sort of airdropping team members and stuff like that going forward. But none of the rewards come from the affiliate link from people joining us. It's zero Ponzonomics, which is a reason why I chucked, some fresh capital in there, because I don't want to get involved in anything anymore that is sort of relying on new funds purely, especially when it comes to putting fresh powder in. I'm not, all crypto and all DeFi is a risk play, and StableSwap is somewhere in the middle of DeFi and CeFi basically. And Danny's going to be going through this a little bit more, but the funds come from the fact that it's basically linked with its fees from the OTC exchange. So it's a fully regulated exchange in the Philippines. They've got banking licenses. It's regulated. It costs a lot of money to get these sort of licenses. I know this. And they've got their offices and they've got a real professional setup over in the Philippines. And they're focusing, I think, on the emerging markets where there's a real need for the sort of services that this OTC over-the-counter exchange is offering. So, people have to be KYC'd if they're using the exchange. Not if you're providing liquidity, you don't need KYC, because I'm not a big fan of KYC in crypto myself, which is know your customer. I know a lot of guys, that already, but you don't have to do KYC and everything like that if you're providing liquidity to the platform. So basically the liquidity that you provide gets used in the exchange. It gets flipped over multiple times in the day, and you just take a little cut of those fees, and that's how your rewards are paid out. It's very, very sustainable, and they've got so much more coming. So I hope that kind of answers your question, Deal Bob 9000. But we are going to be talking a lot more about this in the AMA coming up on, I think in US time, it's going to be on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. But there's zero Ponzonomics, and all the funds, all the fees, all the rewards are coming from the fees from the regulated OTC. And he also said, I've got an eye out for a place to park my funds after the bull run 100%. That's going to be how I use StableSwap, definitely going forward, taking a certain portion of profits out and sticking it in StableSwap for some nice solid gains. I'm kind of trying to treat it like a part-time, I don't know how best to say it. I'm kind of treating StableSwap like a part-time business almost. As me as the liquidity provider, the platform is paying me for my input into the platform. So I'm definitely kind of seeing it a little bit more like that. 126% APR is the current going rate, which is absolutely phenomenal. And obviously the bigger your sums get, the more your daily rewards get. And you can take those daily rewards at any time. It's incredible. As long as it's over $50, you can keep taking those rewards. So you haven't got to wait to the end of the 300 days. If you're doing a long stake, that is, you don't have to wait till 300 days to get your daily rewards back. And at the end of that 300 days, your initial principal is automatically back in your wallet. You don't have to do anything. It's literally set and forget. It's so boringly easy that is the real appeal of it. You do not have to do a thing. You literally put USDT or USDC or BUSD into your StableSwap wallet. You create a liquidity provision, and that's it. That's literally it. No clicking buttons, no doing nothing. That is as simple as it gets. Set and forget. The business is working 24/7 over there in the Philippines, and you're just getting the rewards for it. And if you want to, you can obviously withdraw those and put them back in and create a fresh provision. and keep it rolling like a infinite money loop. That's kind of what I'm doing. And or you can take some out and start taking back some of your initial before the end. It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. So I'm in love with that project. I absolutely love it. So awesome work from Danny D and Crypto Lucky. We've got Charles Morgan. Love seeing your video. Thank you, brother. That means a lot. I love to get feedback on the videos. I started this channel just to kind of try and bring some value to the drip community. I know not everyone's got time to follow every sort of bit of breaking news and whatever, and I just wanted to start by just giving a little bit of value back to the community, and it's just grown so quickly. And I've made a lot of good friends, a lot of crypto friends, a lot of virtual friends, and a lot of friends within the drip community doing this. So that's why I try to do videos every single week, whether it be some lives or walk and talks or some shorts, and it's just great to be connecting with other people in the drip network. So I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot. And what else have we got? Deal Bob, nice, thanks for that. Anytime, brother, anytime. Speaker Freaker, a fellow crypto collective warrior, on way to work. How's it going, Millions? Yeah, brother, it's going absolutely amazing. I'm not going to keep talking about how tired I've been the last couple of days with the lack of sleep due to the little man, the Millions. But awesome, brother. I'm staying on game. I'm going to hit the gym tomorrow. I'm taking some time off now, leading up to the festive period. Much needed, much needed, and I'm going to be able to really catch up on a ton of stuff that I've been meaning to do for weeks now. So I'm really good, brother, and I'm looking forward to doing some more Crypto Collective live streams as well. It's very hard with a collective to get everyone free at the same time, especially this time of year. It's an absolute nightmare, but I have so much fun on those streams. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting another one in before the festive period, but we'll see. If not, New Year, we'll be absolutely smashing it then. So all good. LCM, I don't know if you've heard, but Spritz is opening in the UK and Europe. Great off ramp for your crypto. It works great. That's actually really interesting, LCM, because I saw someone talking about Spritz last week, and I remember it not being available in the UK, and I remember being a bit annoyed about that, thinking it's typical UK. But I didn't know it's now available in UK and Europe, so I'm definitely going to be looking into that as as another option for getting on off ramp, as an off ramp for crypto. I think with the bull market sort of coming closer, we need to get prepared now. We need to get prepared now, and that's not financial advice. This is just friend to a friend. After the last bull run, I did pretty well out of it, but I could have done a ton better if I'd have been more prepared. It was my first one, my first cycle. I didn't really know what to expect or how insane things can get, and I didn't quite have all my ducks in a row. So I could have done a fair few percentage better if I'd have been more prepared. So this time round, get your on and off ramps in place. Get everything prepared so that you don't have to be suddenly panicking if your token does 100,000x or whatever, and you want to take some of that out there and put that into something else, and you need to get that back into fiat or whatever you want to do with it. Be prepared, because the worst thing to do is to be then trying to mess around, trying to get platforms sorted out and missing the boat. So Spritz Finance, I'll be looking into that for sure. And some people I've also had, I know some of you guys watching me have similar outlooks on areas of life. I'm not conventional with that. I'm very much like I guess you could say an ANCAP, like a narco-capitalist. I'm going to say that quietly because I don't know if YouTube likes that sort of thing. But basically, I'm very much about free markets. I'm very much about do no harm, and I'm very much about minimal .gov interference in anything in life, and I'm also that's kind of why I got into crypto in the first place, was because it's a hedge against the central banks, it's a hedge against the .gov control grid, and I don't tend to go too much into that on this channel, but I have kind of dropped a few little hints in previous live streams, and I know some of you are definitely aligned with that, and so some people have reached out to me and sort of said, you know, how do you do like KYC free operations within crypto? Now, I'm not saying that I do this, of course I'm not saying that, but I do know how to do it. So if anyone wants any more information on that, just drop me a it's all above board. It's totally, no, there's nothing illegal about it or anything like that. It's just that sort of thing is probably frowned upon by people that want to kind of control where your crypto goes and what you do with your money and stuff like that. So if you want to know anything more about that, of course I can give you the information. Just drop me a DM on Twitter or whatever and we'll talk about it. But yeah, it's great to have some nice, quick and easy on and off ramps as well. Like I use crypto.com at the moment to get on and off, so that seems to be pretty straightforward. But I don't like doing too much KYC. The less companies that have access to, you know, your photos, or I think nowadays they want selfies and stuff like that. I've not had to do one of them, but they want sort of facial recognition. They want to know everything about your inside leg measurement, you name it, they want to know it. And the less people that have that information, the better, because obviously anywhere can sell those details and informations, and all that can get hacked. We all know about the hacks that happen, and all of your information ends up with you know, an agency of some sort. So yeah, that's a conversation for down at the docks. Let's move on. Right, what we got? We got Speaker Freaker, True Dripper. Same back to you, brother. You've been holding it down all this time as well. So I love to be surrounded by people that are, you know, I don't like, you know, none of us in the crypto collective, or myself, anyone like that is a moon boy, a drip moon boy. I've never ever been out here saying drip's gonna 1,000,000% next week. We're kind of realists, but we do see the potential of drip, and that is what I think is a true dripper, as Speaker Freaker put it. Someone that is kind of seeing the potential of it and just keeping people updated on what's coming, what's available now, and what people can do, because people just need the information. There's so many platforms out there that people don't even know exist that they could be utilized. And so, you know, for me, I just want to bring information and value to everyone, and hopefully you guys all, you know, find some value, and yeah, so that if that's what I kind of feel is a true dripper. So I'm like to surround myself with other true drippers. We've got Dillbob 9000. I've got a 17-month-old boy. The teething stage is hell in your sleep. Oh, tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. Absolutely nuts. The least sleep I've ever got in my life. Absolutely. But it's all worth it, and these periods won't last forever. And I'm just enjoying his gummy little smile while it's still there. To think that he's going to have little teeth soon is just crazy. So I'm just enjoying that big gummy grin while it's still there, and I'm taking this lack of sleep on the chin firmly. Westside Ian, let's do it, brother. Absolutely 100%. Westside Ian been holding it down the whole time, and looking forward to a live stream soon, my bro. Duante's investments, honestly, same dude. Can't wait for the next bull run. We're at the very top of an iceberg right now. I wish I could have got more drip at 1 cent. I know. There's never enough. But if you were buying at 1 cent, then congratulations. Absolutely congratulations. I've got a feeling it's going to be probably turn out to be a very, very good move. None of us know this 100%, but the way things are setting up, I believe so. And obviously, you know, we all have our own risk tolerance, and we all have a limited amount of capital. We haven't got an endless supply of capital. We have to decide where we're going to put that. And drip was one of my projects, and I have, as I've always said, 10% in DeFi, which I think is the highest risk, and 10% in the blue chips. So that's kind of how I do things. And if I could have put, you know, 10 times the amount of money into drip, I would have done it. But I just didn't have that amount of fresh capital, so I just put in exactly what I could put in. But I know, mate, probably, you know, when drip, in my opinion, is at $1 plus, probably going to all be kicking ourselves for not going even harder. But none of us have got a crystal ball, and none of us have got endless funds. So let's just enjoy what we're doing right now. Let's enjoy the gains we've made so far. And if that continues, great. If it pulls back, fine, just buy some more. That's what I'll be doing. Tripping alarms, let's go, 100%, brother. It's been great just connecting with you in the Crypto Collective chat. Top guy, absolutely bringing the fire as always. G Lyrics TV, how can I partner with DRIP? How can I partner with DRIP with my project? Well, I would say actually reach out to Ray over at Bartertown, because he's a very good access route into anything like that. His DMs are open for everyone, as he always says. So if you have a project that you think can benefit DRIP, then definitely head over to the Bartertown Telegram group, or find him on the DRIP Telegram group and speak to him about it. Make sure it's the official guy as well, not some kind of scammer. But yeah, have a word with him, and if it's something that he feels has legs, he'll put it forward to other people. Obviously you don't need them to do that, but if you want some feedback, or if you want maybe to get it to to more eyes and more ears, then he might be a good person to talk to. That's just off the top of my head, could be a good idea. Tony Morris, Spritz changes the game 100% for off-ramping. Best move we've made, super light KYC, no SSN, no photo, works flawlessly, super easy. That's really good to know, Tony. I'm really glad to know it's only a light KYC. It makes me more likely to go ahead and get that sorted. So I might even look into that tonight, because to have that in the UK is great. I didn't think they were going to do it for the UK, definitely not this year. So that's good to hear. So it's good to have some feedback on that as well. Phantom Days, have you tried on the on-ramp that Forex released a while back on Animal Farm? If so, yeah, I did try and do that, Phantom. I did try and do that. I was very excited when that came out, because it's a no KYC exchange right up my street. I tried to get $100 in, and just to kind of experiment with it a little bit, but it was basically, I didn't realise before I went in that it's not available in the UK. The UK just blocked it, so it was one of those things. I got right the way to the very end, all the way through, and then it asked me for KYC. And I found that absolutely hilarious, because I thought it was a no KYC exchange, which I think in the countries that it's no KYC, it's fine. It works absolutely like it says it does. But in the UK, they want to know everything about you. They want to know your inside leg measurement and all other intimate measurements. And it's just a bit of a joke. And that's why I haven't got a huge amount of love for the UK when it comes to stuff like crypto. I've got a feeling it's going to be very much an over-regulated place in the next few years, which is why I always kind of talk to people about create a plan B. Create a plan B if you can. This is not like, not trying to put fear or FUD up anyone, but if you're in a Western country right now, you can see there's a lot of a power exchange going on, and there's a lot of hyperinflation going on, and in terms of the way people are maybe being treated with laws and that sort of stuff, it's always good to maybe have a plan B somewhere outside the West to go if you ever need to. You might never need to do it, but I have a plan B, and I'm planning on getting a plan C, D and E in 2024. If anyone wants to talk more about that, of course, you should always DM me about that. But it's for things like, wealth preservation as well. Maybe have some cash in banks that are not in the UK, that are not in the US, that are not under the sort of regulations that the US. I'm not sure what they're like in terms of wanting to trace you all over the world. I've heard of people actually denouncing their US citizenships just to kind of get the .gov off their back. So I'm not sure how bad things are in the US with things like that, but I think a plan B is always a good idea, just for peace of mind. We've all seen how crazy the world got in the last 3 years. I'm not going to say what everyone knows what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it, but we've all seen how crazy things get, and how people can react, how .govs can react, and there were plenty of countries on the planet that didn't react like that, and those are the sort of countries that I'm kind of bullish on. So yeah, that's another one for the docs later on tonight. What else we got? We've got West Side Animal Farm on-ramp works for me in the US, but there is KYC. Yeah, so US is obviously doing exactly the same as what the UK is doing. You get right to the very end, you're just about to exchange, you know, from your bank into crypto, and it just suddenly goes, KYC is needed. So I just shrugged my shoulders and just cancelled the transaction. So it sounds as though it's the same in the US as well, which is a real shame. Phantom Days, how the fees? I don't know, brother, because I never got around to using it, so I never really got involved. So I'm not sure what the fees are. I've heard they were very competitive. So if you're fine with KYC and you're in the UK, Europe or US, then it could be a decent option. But if you want specifically no KYC, then I know some other options. So yeah, just hit me up for them if you want them. Similar to MoonPay or Transact, I don't recall the exact percentage. Yeah, exactly that. So we've had so much to talk about today. I was only intending on doing like half an hour today because I've got so much to do. But when I get chatting to you guys, it just seems as though we go off on some really fun tangents. So it is always good to catch up. I did have, was it one other thing I wanted to talk about? I think I've pretty much covered the stuff that I wanted to chat about. And obviously with the awesome chat, massive shout out to the chat, just dropping in some gems. We just tend to go off on some crazy tangents. So I think it's been almost an hour. Yeah, it's been almost an hour. So I'm probably going to wrap it up very soon. And I just want to say we're coming to the end of 2023. It's been a very interesting year all round. There's been a lot going on in crypto and DeFi, and things are just starting to heat up now. So I think it's really time to get your ducks in a row. It's really time to sort of get, if you have a thesis, or if you haven't got one, get one in place so that you know when things go crazy, which they may well do, which we're expecting them to do, have an exit plan, have some ideas of what you're going to do with those funds. Are you going to move it into real estate? Are you going to move it into just cash holdings? Are you going to move it into precious metals, into you name it? Are you going to start a business with it? Just have a plan, because that people can get caught out very quickly, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities. There's going to be a lot of wealth made, in my opinion, in this year. I think 2024 is going to be a transformational year for a lot of people in this space, more than what people quite understand right now. And I want all of us to win. I want us all to continue winning in our personal lives, in our financial lives, and we can all help each other. We can all share ideas on what we're planning on doing. But I think it's a great time to have a plan in place. We might still be a year away to the very peak. I think we probably will still be a year away, probably Q4 2024, something like that. I think this is probably a bull trap, what we're seeing at the moment, to some degree. I'm preparing for that. The fact that we're probably going to see some pretty big growth going up. Bitcoin may even hit 50,000 or more, but I do see a 30 to 40% correction probably coming at some point after that, before we really start heating up into the real bull run. So I'm trying to stay prepared for that as well as possible. But definitely get a plan together, make some plans for 2024, and just enjoy the green candles while they're there. If you're taking profits, great. If you're just intending on riding it a little bit longer and seeing where it goes, great. But just have a plan and just try and stick to it, because knowledge is power, so they say, but I don't think that's strictly true. I think applied knowledge is power, because you can have all the knowledge in the world and nothing will happen in your life unless you take action, no matter how big or small that action is. You have to create the spark that starts the fire. That action is a must, and applied knowledge is power, and we need to remember that going into this next phase of this market. So we just have to have an idea and then take action when we need to. Last few comments before I wrap this up. LCM, you and your family have a Merry Christmas. The same to you, brother. Whatever you're doing, have an absolutely awesome time. Take some rest, enjoy some time with the family. That's the most important time. We can get bull markets, we can get up, you know, we can enjoy the ups and downs in crypto, but we only ever have one family. But it's important to spend time with family, and it's great to have an extended family with you guys as well in the drip community. So that's awesome. I think I'll move something to Bitcoin and stablecoin, maybe stake it, maybe some safe-ish ETFs or something like that. Yes, there's so many options now, mate. There's so many options available. We just have an absolute endless list of things we can do with those profits. So yeah, it's great to thank you for sharing your ideas there. And with the ETFs coming, whether we agree with the ETFs or not, I know we have differing opinions, a lot of us on the ETFs and what they're, you know, are they what crypto's all about. Either way, can we profit from them? That's really what the main question is right now. So that could be a great way of profiting. And staking, we're going to have a lot of options with that as well. And we have stuff like stable swap as well. That's a whole new scope of potential that we have for our stable coins. So don't forget, we have a AMA coming with Danny D this week, this Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday US time, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking more about that, and that could give us some more ideas on what we're going to do with our profits. Tony Morrow, thank you for the talk. Millions, love and peace to you and your family. Means a lot, Tony. Same back to you, 100%. I'm sure we'll have a chance to talk again before we go into this crazy few days over Christmas, but we'll definitely have a chance to reconnect. There's going to be probably loads going on this week, and there's going to be more to talk about, so we'll definitely get a chance. But if I don't get a chance to speak to you, obviously have an amazing time, amazing rest, and just enjoy the festive period. And Millionz, hello, happy Sunday from Fremont, California. Hello all the way from California. Millionz, it's great to speak to you, brother. If you've missed the stream, definitely go back and watch it in your own time. But it's great to catch you on the tail end, my brother. I hope you're having an awesome Sunday, whatever time it is there, and a great Christmas and festive period. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. I've got some dinner to attend to, and I've got to spend a little bit of time with Millionz before we put him down to bed. So I'm sure he's going to be kicking off and wanting to play and pull my beard and all the other things that he does. So have an awesome Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending some of your precious Sunday with me on this live chat. And we will be doing another one, no doubt, before Christmas is here, before the festive period is here. But in the meantime, have a blessed day, and I'll see you all in the next video.